polls, so still plenty to play for. Let's speak to Frank Luntz, a pollster and communications consultant who has advised the Republicans in the past. Frank, first of all, thanks very much for being with us. Just on the Trump rally at the weekend, do you think that that event will sway voters, including Puerto Ricans?
Donald Trump has been saying some pretty extreme, some pretty harsh stuff in the recent weeks, and yet his numbers seem to be improving. So no, I don't think it's going to sway people. Now, make no mistake, the Puerto Rican vote matters. It matters significantly in Pennsylvania, just as the Latino vote overall matters in Arizona and Nevada. So every single vote matters. Every single vote counts. And you don't want to be angering any specific group. It was not Trump who said it, but it was said at his rally. But I would just point to most people know what Donald Trump is, who he is, what he's about, his administration, how he talks, how he engages people. And they don't know the same thing about Kamala Harris. And here's the strange thing. In situations like this, where people jump on Trump, it doesn't move his numbers at all. And in fact, with 8 days to go, I'm wondering why the Harris campaign isn't explaining where she's at, what she will do in the first hour, the first day, the first week, the first month, the first year, all of this. We know that Donald Trump is inappropriate. What we don't know is what Kamala Harris will do.
I'm sure her team would say that she has spelled it out, and that is she just judged in a completely different way, in a more traditional way than he is?
It's a legitimate question, and it's simply not accurate. We know we had 4 years of Trump, the good and the bad and the ugly. We had 4 years of understanding what he's all about. We barely saw Harris as vice president. Even in her own acknowledgement, she was not active and involved in much of the Biden-Harris effort. And so she's got a bar that she has to clear. She may think that she's said enough. I know from my focus groups that she needs to say more, that she does, and she's going to be talking a lot in the next 8 days. She does not need to remind people about Donald Trump. She does need to remind people about who she is, what she will do, and how she will get it done.
And where do you think the polls are now? We know that they're tight, but what are you seeing? What are you reading into them?
I can't. I'm trying to call it, and I can't. I know that a newspaper from the UK said that I had identified the moment that Harris lost. And what I said was, if she loses, she will have lost because she turned anti-Trump rather than pro-Harris. By the way, this is not hostile. This is not a negative approach. It's actually saying to her that she's done her job in defining her opponent. She now needs, in the last 8 days, to focus on what she will do, how she will do it, the details, some of the sharper points, who gives, who gets. Voters have to know something about candidates before they'll vote for them for president. They won't just vote against somebody.
But is what you're saying really that voters are looking at the detail of policy, or is it more a vibes election, as we've heard? Because she has talked about positions that she's taken on women's rights. She has talked about the economy, those areas that are important to voters. She's talked just about having a more positive message of unity for the country.
Yeah, it's not an issue. Unity is an attribute. What's she going to do to secure the border? What's she going to do to address the people who came here over the last 3.5 years?
Well, she has said that Trump obviously, stopped the supposed bipartisan bill on that.
Yes, but that's the whole point. You go right back to Trump. And I say this to you because every viewer should be listening to this. It will not be a mystery if Trump wins on Election Day. And it will not be his victory. I've not been kind to him in this interview. But I should not be kind to her either, because she has come up short and she still has 8 days to fix it. Donald Trump, the cake is done, it's baked and it's over. Not for her. And if she takes the same attitude of, hey, I've explained it all and I just want to beat up on Donald Trump, then I will assure you that that will not be a winning strategy on Election Day. She still has time. Let's see what she does with it.
OK, Frank Luntz, thank you very much indeed for being with us today, and I'm sure we'll talk soon. Thank you.